There's 3 Grade 1 races on Saturday. There's the Haskell. Already posted analysis for that one. There's the United Nations. I will post an analysis for that, so stay tuned for that. And then there's this one. Coaching Club American Oaks at Saratoga. And it's race number 9. It's a 1.8 with a purse of $500,000. Let's take a look at the field. The 1-horse South Lawn at 9-2 as a 2-year-old. She tried turf and dirt and didn't do too well. Only got a win against Maidens. But as a 3-year-old, well, she really improved. In her 3-year-old debut at the fairgrounds, she won that race by 8. Next time out, took on Graded Stakes Company in the Fairgrounds Oaks, won by 3 1/4. Very impressive. The last race, the Kentucky Oaks, she didn't get a very good trip at all in that race. Some of it was poor riding by a jockey. They've changed jocks. You got Florent Giroux on aboard, getting 9-2 on South Lawn. She has some nice workouts. I'm going to use the 1-horse on my tickets. Take a look at the 2-horse, Wet Paint, at 2-1. She broke her maiden in her second try. It's over a sloppy track. She's won the Grade 3 Honeybee and the Grade 3 Fantasy Stakes. Next time out after that, the Kentucky Oaks. She finished 4th in that race. In her last race, well, she got no pace in that one. She's a closer. She needs some pace. She finished 2nd to Hoosier Philly. She's trained by Brad Cox, owned by Godolphin, and ridden by Flavian Pratt. I'll use the 2-horse Wet Paint on my tickets. At 10-1, it's the 3 Sacred Wish. Her only win is against Maidens. 3 races back, she finished 2nd, Gulfstream Park Oaks. That Black Eyed Susan, she had a bad trip in that one. She finished 9th, far behind. Last time out, she finished 2nd over muddy track at Belmont in an allowance race. Not so sure if she really wants this distance of 1 1/8. You're getting 10-1 on a 3-horse Sacred Wish. At 5-2, it's the 4 Gambling Girl. Her last 2 races, she's come up just short. Go back to the Gazelle. She's a closer. She didn't get a pace at all in that race, but she still finished a nice closing 2nd in that one. Then in the Kentucky Oaks, she was flying at the end. She got a really good pace set up in that one. She only lost by a neck, pretty mischievous. She's trained by Todd Pletcher. Todd Pletcher has won this race 8 times. Got Irad Ortiz aboard. I don't think she's going to get a fast pace in this race, but I think she's going to get a pretty decent pace. I'm going to use the 4 Gambling Girl on my tickets. Take a look at the 5, Hoosier Philly. Oh man, as a 2-year-old, she looked awesome. She destroyed everybody she raced against. There's a lot of hype over Hoosier Philly when she turned 3. She made her debut in a Rachel Alexandra. She was 2-5 in that race. She finished a disappointing 3rd behind by 8.5. Next time out, her 2nd off a layoff. I think she'd do much better than that. She ran in the Fairgrounds Oaks. She did worse. And I was wondering what would happen to Hoosier Philly. She's not the same horse. And the Black Eyed Susan, she bounced back a bit. She went to the lead. She got pushed a little bit. She set moderate fractions. And then she tired out in the stretch when she got passed up by Tax. She finished 2nd, behind by 3 3/4. Next time out in the Monomark Girl at Ellis Park, she went out and got loose on a lead, set the pace, controlled the pace. She won that race by 3.5. If they let her do that in this race, she could be dangerous in this one as well. She'll be forward, of course. Out of 7 races, she has 4 wins, second and a third. Getting 5-2 on the 5-horse Hoosier Philly. And at 10-1 is the 6-horse she's looking at Lucky. And she may be the most important horse in this field. It depends on whatever she does. It may dictate the results of the race. She likes to be forward. If she goes to the lead with Hoosier Philly, she can get a pretty decent pace in this one. Now, if she doesn't, she let Hoosier Philly have the lead all to herself, then Hoosier Philly is going to be difficult to catch. But I think she's looking Lucky will be forward. She's 10-1. Out of 7 races, she only has 2 wins. Both of those wins come with Lasix. You're getting 10-1 on the 6-horse. She's looking Lucky. So these are the horses that I'm going to use on my tickets. I'm using South Lawn, Wet Paint, and Gambling Girl. If I play a superfecta, I'll put Hoosier Philly on there. Horse I'm going to pick to win, I'm going with the 4-horse, Gambling Girl. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let me know who you're picking. Good luck.